It's time for Soo High Blue Devil Hockey on Eagle 95.1. This call of Soo High Hockey can be heard live on Eagle 95.1 FM, online at RadioEagleSoo.com, and online on our sports network, RadioEagleSports.com. Now, let's go live with the call of the game.
Greetings and salutations and welcome to Soo High Blue Devil Hockey on Eagle 95.1. I am not Tim Ellis. My name is Scott Nason, broadcasting from the Big Bear Arena here in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan on a frigid Friday night as we are awaiting the start of tonight's high school hockey game between the hometown Soo High Blue Devils and the visiting Grosse, Pointe South club. Joining us on the broadcast, a gentleman that I haven't had a chance to do a broadcast with for a while, not Tim Ellis, the older and much wiser brother of the Ellis clan, Clayton Ellis, joining us here at the Big Bear. Clayton, great to see you, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, and I guess I'll have to agree with you on that intro.
I didn't think we'd get many arguments at all. Our broadcast engineer is Dallas Miller back in the Eagle 95.1 studios as, well, this is the Cooper Dental Showcase Tournament, or showcase, I should say, Clayton. Let's talk about this Soo High team coming in. Obviously, the results on the ice have not been maybe what many have expected as of late. Soo High comes into tonight's contest with a record of 5-12-1. I haven't really had a chance to see them too much. You have? What's your thoughts on where the Blue Devils are right now?
Well, one way or another, we got to find a way to turn this ship around and get it pointed in the right direction. Just had some good things out of their game last Saturday in Alpena. Even though they lost 5-1, the score was not indicative of the game.
Right.
It was 1-1 after 2. And just some really bad bounces on our goaltender in the third period, and it just kind of blew the game open from there. But I was impressed for what I saw last weekend in Alpena. I saw some good things.
Yeah, we had Coach Rick Mackey on our sports show, The Game, which you can hear at thegamesportshow.com or thegamesportshow.podbean.com. He joined us on Monday night. You know, talking about that game, Clayton, and talking about where Soo High is right now. And, you know, the good thing about high school sports is there's no seedings. You have to win all these games to get in the playoffs. Really, the season starts over in about a month when the playoffs begin. So he's confident that, you know, this can be turned around as we're seeing some things maybe that are a little bit better. What are some of the things you think the Blue Devils have to work on if they're going to be a little better and more competitive, especially during the postseason?
Definitely they have to work on the turnovers in their own end. They got to clamp down, be tighter defensively. Don't let so many players stand in front of the net without, being untouched. And they got to clean some of that stuff up. But Rick was telling me that the players had a meeting amongst themselves this week, and they're looking to get things turned around because they know once the districts start, it's a whole nother season.
It is a whole nother season. Soo High Blue Devil Hockey brought to you by O'Connor's in Pickford. Check out their full line of Dodge, Truck, Ram, and Jeep vehicles. And the pregame show brought to you by Arfstrom Pharmacy Health Mart, caring for you and about you. Blue Devils taking on a Grosse Pointe South team where, Clayton, you look at their record 4-10-2. So you think, well, maybe, this is a team that the Blue Devils should beat. But you have to be cautious whenever you talk about one of these teams that play against some very good teams down around the Metro Detroit area. Looking at this Grosse Pointe squad, they've played Warren De La Salle, Detroit Catholic Central, University Liggett, Trenton, Birmingham Brother Rice, Detroit Country Day, Orchard Lake, Cranbrook, Utica Eisenhower. So these are very good teams. So you can't really look at that record and think this is a pushover. This should be a pretty competitive game.
I would think so. Like you said, it's tough to say what the game's actually going to look like when you look at records because they play so many different schools. But they have played a couple of similar schools, too, anyway, that I noticed was Detroit Country Day, who the Sioux played in the Gaylord D3 tournament. Unfortunately, they mercied us in that game, 8-0. And also, both teams played Utica Eisenhower, which it was the last game that Grosse Pointe South played last weekend, and they lost to them 4-1, and the Sioux tied them 2-2 earlier in the year. So, you look at that and you think, well, maybe they are similar teams, but at the end of the game, we'll know for sure.
You're right indeed. And if you want to hear this podcast of this game, you can do so later on tonight. We upload it to thegamesportshow.com. There you can find not only podcasts of this game, but our Brimley Bays basketball coverage with yours truly, along with Sioux Eagles home games as well, our sports show, The Game, from the Wicked Sister on Ashman Street, along with a lot of other sports content, all on thegamesportshow.com. Clayton, one of the things I always like to look at is some of the other teams and rankings. Again, rankings are as they are. Normally it's a bunch of sportscasters around the Metro Detroit area trying to figure out who they think are the best teams. Well, right now, in Division III, the best team according to the latest rankings, University of Detroit Jesuit, kind of a team you don't really see up there that much, 11-1. A team you always see up there, Cranbrook, they're at 2. Calumet at 3. Warren De La Salle at 4. Detroit Country Day at 5. Houghton at 6. Flint Powers Catholic at 7. And Alpena at 8. And the Blue Devils, you mentioned them playing Alpena last weekend. They're going to play Alpena in the regionals coming up here in a month in Gaylord. What does Soo High have to do if they're going to have a chance maybe to spring the upset in that one, besides what you mentioned, against an Alpena team that's pretty good this year?
That was actually one thing I was looking at last Saturday, knowing that we're going to face Alpena for our first game in the districts. And like I said, I was pleasantly surprised in the first 2 periods. And I actually thought in the back of my mind, this is a team that we can play with and beat. So, just everything's got to go your way. They get some lucky bounces, because that's one thing the Soo High team has struggled with, is scoring goals. But they get the shots on net, but they just can't put the puck in behind the goaltender.
Soo High Blue Devil Hockey brought to you by Lead Sports Center, also sponsor of the coaches interview. We didn't have a chance to get one here, kind of scrambled to get things put together. Lead Sports Center, your number one dealer for all your outdoor addictions. Lead Sports Center specializes in Hondas, ATVs, motorcycles, and generators, with thousands of accessories in stock on the I-75 Business Spur in Sioux, Michigan. We're going to take our first break on the pregame show. We come back, we're going to talk a little more about this game between the Soo High Blue Devils and Grosse Pointe South. Also, the Blue Devils, I believe, Clayton. So we're going to have to say the names of the schools. Otherwise, we're going to confuse our listeners, and we don't want to do that.
I was trying to remember if they were the Blue Devils also, but I couldn't remember if it was Grosse Pointe North or Grosse Pointe South.
There's a lot of Grosse Pointes in there.
Yeah,
Grosse Pointe Blank, another good movie there, I might add. In our first game, the Marquette Redmen shut out the Port Huron Northern squad by the score of 4-0. Clayton, you have a chance to see Marquette. Again, no surprise, they're a pretty strong squad this year.
Marquette looks really good, and they're going to be a school to reckon with in the next couple of years, because the Bantam teams and their Pee Wee teams are just outstanding as of right now. And they don't have a
midget team,
yeah,
do
they don't have a
Right.
midget team anymore, so it gives their high school a lot to pick from.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, when the electricians moved out, that definitely helped the high school team as far as players. We're going to take a break on our pregame show. As I mentioned, when we come back, we're going to talk more about this game and some of the other things going on in the area. You are listening to Soo High Blue Devil Hockey on Eagle 95.1.
We now return to more exciting Blue Devil hockey action on Eagle 95.1.
Scott Nason and Clayton Ellis back at the Big Bear Arena on this Friday night as we are awaiting the start of tonight's high school hockey game between the Soo High Blue Devils and the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils. Clayton, want to give a thank you and a shout out to Cooper Dental for sponsoring this event this weekend long, the sponsor for the Cooper Dental Classic. And, that's one of the things about a program like Soo High, especially being a self-funded program, always more difficult for the teams that aren't funded by the school to raise funds. And so we need sponsors like Cooper Dental and all the other great Soo High Blue Devil sponsors that we'll mention. Thank you, Cooper Dental, for sponsoring the showcase.
Most definitely. Without people like them, we wouldn't have these games going on at home. And there's a lot of work behind the scenes for this hockey team to make it go every year. It's not it's not a cheap bill.
No, you're talking ice equipment, just all sorts of things. And so thank you to all our sponsors, including Sioux Motors, who sponsors the Keys to the Game, Built Ford Tough, Ford Go Further. Clayton Ellis, keys to the game for the Soo High Blue Devils tonight. 7-game losing streak. Things have not gone their way. What do they need to do tonight to get this right?
Number one, find the back of the net. Got to score some goals. Lately, it's been one and done, and you're not going to win many games when you're only scoring one goal per game.
Soccer, you will.
Yeah, well.
We can talk about that, too,
You do have to.
Only if the game gets really boring.
But, no, and like I said, they looked really good in their defensive zone last week. Just play their positions and not get running around. That's what I noticed earlier in the season is they would get caught in their own end, and they just get running around like, everybody was out of position, and then the other team's getting so many shots on net. The goalie's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. But
never a good thing.
no, and just discipline. Don't take any foolish penalties and stay out of the box. Because one thing is, specialty teams, our power play has been very good this year, but not the power play. Penalty kill has been very good this year. We still need to work on that power play. Just, I think they rush it too much when they're on a power play, and they don't take their time and just wait and set up, try to get an open man with a good shot. So those would be my keys.
Very good keys to the game. Again, sponsored by Sioux Motors, built Ford, tough Ford. Go further. Want to say hello to everybody listening out there tonight and online at EagleRadio951.com. I want to say hello to Jeff, who is listening in Chicago, Illinois tonight, along with Mandy and Don listening on the radio here at Eagle 95.1. And Clayton, I know you probably have a few people listening, including a youngster that you know very well that's very active as far as Sioux High hockey, Sioux Eagles hockey. You want to give any shout-outs tonight?
You're talking about my son, Zach?
I think so. Not Tim Ellis. He's busy tonight.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, we won't give him a shout-out.
I thought that was just a cover-up.
Yes, indeed. Oh, look at this. Speaking of the wonderful Ellis clan, Linda Ellis joining us. Any other hellos you want to give out tonight?
God, you caught me off guard.
I did. I just threw that out there.
I know you did. You're making me think.
You can think more.
It'll come to me, and then I'll give them a shout-out later on in the broadcast.
Sounds good. Sioux High Blue Devil Hockey brought to you by Sioux Co-op Credit Union, strong, independent, your credit union. And brought to you by O'Connor's in Pickford. Check out their full line of Dodge, truck, Ram, and Jeep vehicles. Busy sports season on the Eagle as we will continue to cover Sioux High Blue Devil Hockey and Brimley Bays basketball. First of all, we'll have next week's schedule. Monday night, we'll have our sports show, The Game, for the Wicked Sister on Ashman Street. Myself, along with Dave McKeag, Butch Davis, E.J. Russell, Katie Woolen, and guests will recap the week that was in the world of local sports and also talk about some of the regional and national sports of interest. Right now, Clayton, Detroit teams, it's been rough with the Lions season, which was, I would say, a disaster, but they struggled. The Tigers struggling. Pistons all of a sudden hitting the tank. The Wings struggling. Not a good time for Detroit sports right now.
No, none whatsoever. And we talk about the Red Wings. It's just now you got people talking. Let's tank. Let's just throw away the rest of the season. I don't believe in that.
They're professionals.
You got to go out there and they're paid to play, and you got to give it 110% every game. And that's what you're paid to do, is go out there and try to win.
We were talking to Butch Davis from Butch on Sports, who goes to the games, and he talks to a lot of the movers and shakers, and I asked him point blank, Jeff Blashill, Sault Ste. Marie native, what is his status at this point going into next year? He seemed pretty confident that Coach Blashill might survive even a disastrous end. I'm not so sure. New general manager potentially coming in. Does Jeff Blashill, you think, make it through?
I think it's a 50-50 shot.
I do too.
Because the thing you have to look at with the organization is they're not big on just firing people.
Right.
If they ever fired it, like if Blashill would have got fired mid-season or through the season this year, that would have been a shock.
It's not like the Trump cabinet, is what you're saying. Okay.
No, but they're not the type of organization that just fires people on a whim. I mean, they'll stick with them. And but the thing I was going to point out is, they don't figure themselves as contenders. They look at themselves as rebuilding and trying to get better for the future. So I think that is one key point that will help Blashill keep his job.
We'll have Brimley Bays basketball next Tuesday. Girls, a couple games next week. I'll have the call in Brimley as the Brimley Bays will take on Cedarville. That should be a dandy. And then Todd Olmsted will have the call next Thursday, the last day of January, as Rudyard will take on Brimley. Both games at home, girls basketball. Sioux High Blue Devil hockey team will be in action tomorrow afternoon. Tim Ellis will have the call. Clayton, you're going to be here tomorrow afternoon?
I believe Mike will be here for that.
Oh, Mike will be. Wow, we're getting all the Ellis's on.
He's been doing the home games, and I've been doing the road games.
Okay, very good. Well, the Blue Devils will take on Port Huron Northern tomorrow, round 3. Tim and Mike Ellis will have the call of that one here at the Big Bear Arena. We are just about ready to get going here for Sioux High Blue Devil hockey. Our officials are on the ice. I think we have Miles Meehan, Tony Talentino, and do you know the third there, Clayton? Do you have better sight lines than I do? Well, it's easy to see Tony. You don't need good sight lines to see Tony, that's for sure.
I think it's Avery tonight.
Oh, okay, so there you go.
He just graduated from Sault High last year.
Yeah, he did, following in his old man's footsteps.
Yeah, exactly.
Want to say
hello?
And
his grandpa, too.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to take our final break here in the pregame show. We come back, we will have the start of tonight's hockey game between the Sault High Blue Devils and the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils. You are listening to Sault High Blue Devil Hockey on Eagle 95.1.
Now, back to the action of Blue Devil Hockey on Eagle 95.1.
Scott Nason, Clayton Ellis, as we are underway as the puck was just dropped here at the Big Bear, Sault High and Grosse Pointe South. Sault High in their white jerseys with the blue trim, Grosse Pointe in their dark blue jerseys with the yellow trim. Sault High will be going right to left as seen on your radio dial. Blue Devils with the puck in the Grosse Pointe zone. Cullen Casey in the near corner as the Blue Devils try to cycle the puck around as the Grosse Pointe squad will kill it here, or clear it rather. Here's Alex Mills. Chance for the Blue Devils of Grosse Pointe South, broken up by Sault High. Keldon Casey across the blue line, passes it up to Aiden Armstrong. Now Armstrong's shot goes wide. Puck over along the far boards. Casey had a poke checked away. Puck goes back to center ice. Blue Devils with it. Now here's the Grosse Pointe squad. Can't say their nicknames, Clayton. That's hard. You always want to say their nicknames, but when it's two Blue Devils, that's going to make things challenging.
You're confusing your listeners.
We don't want to do that. Now here's a chance for Grosse Pointe. No shot attempt. Now here they are. Spitz over at the far blue line. Play it behind the net. Terrio tried to center it. Now the Grosse Pointe squad has it. Over along the far boards. Grosse Pointe still with the puck in the Blue Devil zone. Just underway. Game 2 of the Cooper Dental Showcase. Marquette over Port Huron Northern 4-0 in the opener. Sault High will take on Port Huron tomorrow at 3, while this Grosse Pointe South squad will take on Marquette. That one at 1. Puck over in the far corner, still in the Blue Devils' end. Sault High with it. Swan tries to clear it. Now here's a chance. Shot. Save Raphael. Rebound. Puck still loose. Grosse Pointe South has it, and Raphael will make the save. 15-16 to play in the first period. No score.
Nice to see Raphael get a taste of that puck early here because in that third period last weekend in Alpena, he had a couple goals I think that he would like to have back, but that's good to see. Get him into the game.
And right you always want to have that hot goaltender, Clayton, going into the postseason, and so.
Oh, definitely. A hot goaltender can win you a lot of games.
Absolutely. Now face-off won by the Grosse Pointe squad. Shot just goes wide. Another chance in front. Blue Devils trying to clear the puck. Sprague will just get that one out. That's going to be offside. Oh, it put a shot on anyway, and that never. I don't think the player for Grosse Pointe South heard the whistle. That was number 18, Alexander Viscuda.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
Exactly. There's a couple of those tonight.
So yeah, Sault High is got another short bench again tonight. You got a couple players out for different reasons, and so they got 2 full lines and then 2 extra wingers that they'll be throwing somebody in there.
Face-off controlled by Grosse Pointe. They'll shoot it into the Blue Devil zone. Now behind the net, Machuda. Taken away by the Blue Devils. Here's Keldon Casey, 2-on-2. He's got Armstrong with him. He dropped it for Armstrong. That's going to be another offside. Sault High Blue Devil Hockey brought to you by the Sioux E Free Church, committed to impacting our local community. And by Sioux Motors, built Ford tough. Ford, go further. Want to say hello to Lindsay Ellis listening tonight. So we've pretty much mentioned all the Ellis women. Want to say hello to Marnie Ellis if she's listening. Is she still in California?
No, she's in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania it is?
From one coast to another, pretty much.
I see that. Probably a little colder in Pennsylvania than maybe in California. Puck behind the Blue Devils net. Sault High with it. McKinney, he'll clear the zone. Chased down by Spitz for Grosse Pointe. Spitz behind the net. Shots 3-0 in favor of Grosse Pointe so far, although they put it on the home side. I've never understood that, why they put the shots on the opposite sides here, but hey, who am I to say? I guess I just did.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Grosse Pointe South with the puck in their own zone. They'll play it off the board, center ice. As Gillette with it. Behind the net. Slow start to this game. A lot of whistles, not a lot of flow so far.
Both teams trying to feel each other out.
Yep. Spitz with it. Grosse Pointe must have thought they drove up to the Arctic Circle today with all the snowbanks and fresh snow and temperatures below zero.
Yeah, no kidding. We definitely got a lot of snow up there.
Boy, we sure do. Now here's a chance for the Grosse Pointe squad in the slot. Backhand attempt by Terrio. He's going to reboot. Looks like we have a broken stick over there. Grosse Pointe with it. Now in the slot. Blue Devils try to clear. Refushini. Now Spitz. Rivard tried to center it. That one broken up. Over to Terrio along the far boards. Grosse Pointe still with the puck. They've had a lot of the possession here early in this first period. Sault High clears the zone. Armstrong across the blue line. Aiden Armstrong along the near boards. Broken up by Grosse Pointe. Now Terrio behind the net. Blue Devils get it back. Casey back to the point. That's Moran. Casey again on the near board. Sault High trying to set something up, getting their first shot here. They have none so far. Daldlin for the Grosse Pointe squad. Now they'll clear it in the Blue Devils zone for Sault High. Center ice, that's Casey. He'll shoot it in. Blue Devils go for a couple fresh bodies out there. And that puck's going to go out of play. We'll have a face-off in the Grosse Pointe end. 12:38 to play in this first period. Still no score.
That piece of equipment you saw laying on the ice down there, that's one of those neck guards.
Okay.
I notice that a lot. I don't know who makes them or if there's different companies, but they don't seem to stay on too well. You see a lot of them laying on the ice throughout the game.
Face-off to the left of the Grosse Pointe South netminder. Number 31, William Strickler. I'm glad they didn't play number 34 because I could not pronounce that guy's name. No offense to the Grosse Pointe South squad or parents that might be listening. Now Grosse Pointe with the puck in the Blue Devils zone. Chance in front, wide open. Backhand shot, save Raphael. That was number 18, Machuda, with the good chance for Grosse Pointe. Now Grosse Pointe has it again with a shot. Oh, that hit the post, Clayton. Wow, how did that not go in? Now we're going to have all sorts of commotion in the crease. And we could have some penalties come out of this. It looked like number 21, Basil Moran, took exception to the Grosse Pointe South player as a few shots taken there. No dropping of the gloves, Clayton, but a little fisticuffs almost out there.
No, that was nice to see the defenseman try to clear the player from where we're playing again?
Grosse Pointe South. I know. I want the nickname. It's a lot easier than Grosse Pointe South.
It was nice to see our defenseman take the Grosse Pointe South player out in front of the net like that because, like I said, too many times this year you've just seen him let him stand there and whack away at the puck.
Laker hockey at the Taffy Able Arena. 2-1 Lakers midway through the second period. Sioux Eagles also in action tonight in the NLJHL after a big win last night at Rayside Belfour. They're losing to the last place Espanola Express 3-2. That one in the second period. Boy, that team's given the Eagles all sorts of fits this year.
Seems like it, doesn't it?
It's a very competitive NLJHL this year, pretty much top to bottom.
But when you look at Espanola, you think that should be a game,
should be 2 points.
Be the ones.
Yep, exactly. So coincidental minors the call. Now Sault High looking for their first shot. They bring the puck in the Grosse Pointe South end. Spitz with it for the Grosse Pointe Blue Devils. Now taken by McKenna. Grosse Pointe, that one's going to go out of play. We'll have a face-off in the Sault High end. Sault High Blue Devil Hockey brought to you by the LaPrade Agency of Meebic, speaking of the Sioux Eagles, for all your insurance needs. And by RE/MAX Realty. Let the professionals at RE/MAX help you sell or find your new home. And brought to you by Fernelius Hyundai, scoring the perfect hat trick every time with the best prices, warranty, and service. My parents have a vehicle from there, Clayton, in their office in Sheboygan. I was down for my son's basketball game. We'll talk more about that here in a second. Shot goes wide by the Blue Devils as Spitz has it for Grosse Pointe South. Now they'll clear the zone. Shot back in by Rob Landis. Puck at center ice. Grosse Pointe South chips it into the Sault High zone. Now here's a chance for Grosse Pointe South behind the net. Yettle with the puck. Captain number 19, Andrew Yettle. Now behind the net, Sault High trying to clear the zone. Grosse Pointe has had the edge in play here early, out shooting Sault High 4-0 in these early stages. Now the Blue Devils chip it into the Grosse Pointe South zone. McKenna plays it off the boards. That one's stopped by Elijah Clow. Picked right back up by Grosse Pointe. Grosse Pointe Blue Devils with the puck. Yettle across the blue line. He's got McKenna with him. Yettle with it. Still has it behind the net. That goes off the moorings. That might be a break for the Blue Devils there, Clayton.
Yeah, no kidding. Just get the play stopped. It's been all Grosse Pointe South here early on in this first period.
Yeah, getting back to that story, my parents have a vehicle in Fernelius Hyundai's office in Sheboygan. They had to have an oil change service. Have you been in that place? They have an exercise room while you're getting your car serviced. They got a deli. It's amazing. This is in Sheboygan of all places.
Sign of the times. Pretty soon they'll all have to have that if they want to be competitive. Swimming pool.
Oh my goodness.
Restaurants.
Almost made me want to buy a Hyundai again. Sault High Blue Devil Hockey brought to you by Precision Edge. Easy for me to say. Quality, performance, innovation. Precision Edge Surgical. And by War Memorial Hospital. The right care is right here. Face off to the right of sophomore Logan Raphael. Netminder for the Sault High Blue Devils. Won by Grosse Pointe. Quick shot from the point. Now another chance, and Raphael right there on the rebound and a very quick whistle. And we'll have another face off in the Sault High zone.
Let's see. This line of Aiden Armstrong, Elijah Clow, and Kelvin Casey, they're going to get a lot of playing time tonight.
I think so.
That would be their top three forwards for sure.
Shots 5-0 Grosse Pointe South here. Another face-off win for Grosse Pointe South. Puck still in the Sault High end. It's been there pretty much 2/3 of this first period so far. Now another chance in front. That puck goes through the slot. Picked up by Aaron Cogan. Over the far boards, McKinney. Blue Devils clear it to center. Here's Jack Swan across the blue line. Fans on the shot. Broken up by Terrio for Grosse Pointe. Nice pass up to Spitz, 2-on-2. Spitz across the blue line for Grosse Pointe South. Nice job there by Refushini to ride him out of the play. Now that one shot all the way down. No icing because the Grosse Pointe South player shot it all the way back. 10 minutes to play in this first period. No score. Sault High Blue Devils and Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils here at the Big Bear Arena. Temperatures chilly in here, but not quite as chilly as, temperatures we're seeing outside. And that's going to be that way all week long.
Oh, I know. I just saw that.
I-500 people very, very happy right now. This guy, not so much.
No.
Here's Machuda with it for Grosse Pointe, the Sault High end. Behind the net, that's Elijah Clow, plays over the far boards. Now here's Woolazin for Grosse Pointe South. Woolazin on the near side. Still has it. Tried to put it in front. That one just goes between the legs of Mills for Grosse Pointe South. Now Sprague at the point. Sprague with the wrister. That one goes wide. Puck behind the Blue Devils net. Sault High just trying to clear it out of their zone right now. Still have it in there. That's Aiden Armstrong. Now here's a chance right in front. A shot and a save there, Raphael. On a good shot by the Grosse Pointe player. I think that was Strachey. Now here's Sault High. They could have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. That's Aiden Armstrong. Try to pass, but broken up nicely by Strachey. And back to center ice. Now here's Machuda. Avoids the hit. Puck at the Sault High end. Now a sprawling save there by Raphael. What a save he made about a minute ago on that one chance.
That guy wound up about 10 feet out in front of the net right in the middle of the slot.
Yeah, put a good shot on, too.
He did, too. Got some wood on it.
8:56 to play in the first period.
Then again,
no
they
score.
don't play with wooden sticks
No, not anymore. The tight wooden sticks that I used to play with, a foregone conclusion now. They're gone.
Straight blade and everything.
Yeah, right. I tried to warp it, but it didn't help my slap shot. I didn't have one. Puck behind the Blue Devils net. Sault High in their own zone. Rob Landis chips it to center. Taken there by Spitz. Spitz for Grosse Pointe South to Terrio. Puck still at center ice. Here's a chance for Sault High. Landis across the blue line. Sault High still looking for their first shot here. We have 8:30 to play in this first period. Grosse Pointe South with 7. Ontario cycles it into the Sault High end. Behind the net. Puck over in the far corner. Jack Swan for the Blue Devils. Puck still in the Sault High end. Here's Mills for Grosse Pointe South. Along the end boards. Machuda comes over there as well. 2 Sault High players. Try to chip it out. Nick Sprague. Kept in by Spitz for Grosse Pointe South. Along the near boards in the Sault High end. Machuda lost the puck. Tried to deke out a couple players. Ended up deking out himself. Puck still in the Sault High end. Behind the net. Nice hit by Machuda. Now centering chance. Here's a chance for Grosse Pointe South. Nice poke check away there by Raphael. Prevented a potential really good shot.
Sioux High's just running around in their own end right now.
Yeah, they really are. Here's a chance again for Grosse Pointe South, going around everybody. Puck almost trickled in. That was Clark for Grosse Pointe South. He went around 4 players, and then he almost put that puck in the net. Shots 8-0 Grosse Pointe South. 7:20 to play in this first period, still no score. Now puck at center ice, shot in by Dunlin. Puck taken by Landis. Over to French. Number 4, Alex French for the Blue Devils. Now Grosse Pointe takes the puck again. A shot. Save Raphael. He's keeping the Blue Devils, from being down about 3-4-0 at this point.
This is what we've seen a lot of from this team this year. One game the goaltender's on and the guys in front of him aren't. Next game the guys out front are on and the goaltender's not.
And it looks like we're going to have a penalty. Clayton, I almost called you Larry there for a second. That might happen there.
I'll answer to anything. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're better looking than Larry, I can tell you that much. As we're going to have a cross check, I believe, on
Jack
looks
Swan.
like number 9, Jack Swan. So power play for Grosse Pointe South. 6:51 to play in this first period. Shots 9-0 in favor of Grosse Pointe, but we still have no score. Sioux High Blue Devil Hockey brought to you by Joshua McDonald, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, and by Arfstrom Pharmacy, Health Mart, caring for you and about you. Okay, now I've been giving this guy to my right credit, the DJ tonight, and he just played ABBA. He's like my new hero now. You played what? This guy, well, I should introduce myself. Do you know this gentleman?
I haven't met him yet either.
All right, we're going to talk in intermission. We're going to give you some good credit. Anybody that plays ABBA Waterloo is my best friend, and a goal right off the face-off there for Grosse Pointe South, a howitzer from the blue line. That was number 19, Andrew Vettel, and it's 1-0 Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils, 6:40 to play in the first period.
That was 19, that's the captain for Grosse Pointe South.
Yeah, that was a face-off win, and that didn't take very long at all, Clayton. Andrew Vettel with the goal. 6:40 left here in the first period, so that'll be at the 12:20 mark. Always tough for me in these high school games trying to do the math on it.
All right.
It's easy when there's 20 minutes, not so much 17. 1-0 Grosse Pointe South.
I know, that's like you always want to say at the end of 60 minutes, but
right.
They actually make you think. I guess because it's a high school game, right?
We'll try to get those assists there, but definitely the goal by Vettel. No tip indeed. That was a tough one for Raphael. A power play goal. And the puck at the Sioux High end. So to number 23, Garrett Benoit with the assist.
And number 6.
I don't think there is a 6, Bob, but
No?
no. Bob gets sometimes a little confused over there. You should see him in the Eagles games. We have him mic'd up, so that's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Puck at center ice. That one shot back into the Blue Devils' end. Sioux High needs to get something going here, losing by the score of 1-0. 6 minutes to play in this first period. Now puck at center ice, taken by Clow. Clow, he's got a player with him. Lost, and now a chance, a shot, save there. Good chance for Sioux High on the shot by Aiden Armstrong, point blank up high, but nice save there by Strickler, who hasn't seen really any action.
No, that was a nice chance for Sioux High, and it was their first shot on net in the first 12 minutes of the period.
Big hit at center ice there. That was number 18, Aiden Armstrong with the hit. He put a little slash there. You have to be careful. He's going to get a penalty. Now here's Basil Moran with it. His shot. That deflects wide. Sioux High starting to get into this one a little bit with some pressure. And the Blue Devils with the puck in the Grosse Pointe South end behind the net. Jack Swan, near corner. That's McKinney. Tried to put it in front, broken up by Grosse Pointe. They'll clear it to center. Yettle, who has the only goal in this one for Grosse Pointe South. Puck in the near boards. Now here comes Grosse Pointe South. They'll shoot it down the ice, and that's going to be icing with 4:54 to play in this first period. 1-0 Grosse Pointe South.
Yeah, when you ask me my keys to the game, it's definitely not what I mentioned as Sioux needs to do, because Grosse Pointe South just got them all bottled up in their own end, and they can't get control of the puck. But give Grosse Pointe credit. I mean, they're on top of them.
They are, and you start thinking about timeout. It's always tough this early, but if this continues, you think Coach Rick Mackey or those are getting pretty late in the period, maybe not to do that. Hard to say.
Right. Well, the Coach Daryl McCarroll for Port Huron Northern in that first game in the first period called the timeout.
Now Grosse Pointe South with a shot in the Sioux High end. That one goes high and wide. Grosse Pointe still with the puck. Back to the point. Spitz. He puts a wrister on. That one deflects off a Sioux High player, goes wide. Puck over in the far corner. Another shot. Now here's Grosse Pointe, a lot of pressure here in this first period, and Soo High will clear it down the ice. No icing. As Brian McKenna, number 21 for Grosse Pointe South. They never did give Soo High credit on that shot. They should have one shot on the board. They still have none.
We definitely saw that.
Yep.
Probably because it's the only one they've got so far this period.
Now McKenna for Grosse Pointe in the Soo High zone, lost his footing. Grosse Pointe just winning the puck battles here in this first period. Rivard in the near corner for Grosse Pointe, the Soo High end. Now he gets cross-checked and dumped. No call. That one flipped to center ice, picked up by McKenna. And that one will go out of play as looks like somebody you know over there. Is that
Yeah, I think he took it off his forearm.
He did. Zach Ellis over there. Good job. He shook it right off there. Much tougher than his dad.
I would say. I might be flopping around on the ground like a fish. He's lucky he's got the trainer, Matt, over there right next to him, checking on him.
Yeah, Matt McLeod right there gives him the fist bump. Zach's okay. Yeah, if you're going to have hit by a puck, have it be by the athletic trainer.
That's right.
Now puck in the near side board, still in the Soo High end. Daldlin shot, that deflects wide. Picked up by Refushini. And nice pass, connects with Armstrong across the blue line. Armstrong in a shot, and a glove save there by Strickler. Well, Soo High's had 2 shots, but they've had 2 good scoring chances as well.
Exactly. Well, that was nice to see them break out of their own end like that and hit the open man on the wing, give them a good scoring chance.
3:26 to play in the first period. 1-0. Grosse Pointe South over Soo High. Blue Devils in action tomorrow in the Cooper Dental Showcase. They'll take on Port Huron Northern. Tim Ellis and Mike Ellis will have to call that one around 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Puck over in the far boards on the Grosse Pointe South end. All sorts of players over there battling for that puck. Soo High wins that battle. Armstrong, nice play. And Soo High will just lose that puck and taken by Grosse Pointe South. Here's Machuda. Across the blue line, Machuda tried to make the move. Now he gets knocked down there by Clow. Puck picked up by the Blue Devils, trying to clear the zone. Center ice, Armstrong. Armstrong will flip past there. Glove down by Benoit. And Grosse Pointe South with the puck in their own zone. Been all Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils so far here. Those Soo High's gotten a good couple scoring chances here over the last couple minutes. Now puck at center ice. Picked up by Refushini. Over along the far boards at center ice. McKinney for the Blue Devils. He gets hit hard. And here come Grosse Pointe South. Benoit with it. At the blue line. Benoit in the slot. Lost the puck. Poke checked away there by Gordon for Soo High. Puck still in the Soo High end. Chance for Benoit in the slot. Benoit with the move. Backhand shot. Save Raphael. Rebound goes to McKenna. Number 6. I had him listed. Maybe I didn't have him in my original lineup. Number 6, McKenna. He got the last assist, Clayton, on that goal. Give it to 6, McKenna. I didn't have him on my original roster. We'll check that here at intermission. Now McKenna with it. Another shot. That one just went wide. Might have hit the side of the net. We're going to have another penalty, Clayton. I think this is going to go on Soo High as Villette with it. Still in the slot as we have an extra man out for Grosse Pointe. Now a pass broken up, and we're going to have a penalty. Another penalty is going to be a slashing call on Soo High. Minute 39 to play in this first period.
That's what happens when you're playing in your own end for as long as the Soo High has been. You get running around and chasing the puck, and you end up taking a penalty, with us using the stick the way you're not supposed to, or grabbing or clutching a player, pulling them down.
Penalty will be on, I believe, number 12, Nathan McKinney. Lake Superior State up 3-1 over Bemidji State after 2 at the Taffy Able Arena. I want to thank Tim Ellis for the score update. Lakers, 4th place in the WCHA.
Yeah, and if Minnesota State could beat Northern both games this weekend, the Lakers could win both. They'd move ahead of Northern for
Tell you what, they get a home ice playoff berth. That's huge. Been a while.
Oh, no kidding.
Now puck at the blue line. Grosse Pointe South on the power play. They lead 1-0. Their only goal has been on the power play, scored by Yedel. Now here's Terrio with it for Grosse Pointe, setting up the power play. Only took them a few seconds on their last one. Spitz moves in. Now dumps it down low, a backhand shot. That goes wide by Sprague. Soo High will clear the zone. That one bouncing all over the place with a minute to play in the first period. I think if you're Soo High, Clayton, you get out of this period 1-0, you got to be pretty happy with the way things have gone.
Oh, definitely, and get back to the dressing room and figure out some game plan.
Now across the blue line, Terrio for Grosse Pointe. South centering chance, a shot, and a goal. McKenna with a goal for Grosse Pointe South, his second point. It was a nice setup. Raphael got a piece of it, Clay, but that one trickles in. 2-0 Grosse Pointe South.
Yeah, at first I thought he was going to make a spectacular save
I
there
did
because
too.
it was in his mitt, but that Grosse Pointe player was just left wide open right in the slot. And what was he going to do? He had a wide open net to shoot
Yeah,
at.
just too easy as the Blue Devils got to avoid the penalty box tonight because this power play has been effective. Grosse Pointe South with a 2-0 lead.
Now everything we talked about my keys to the game tonight, don't listen to anything I said because I said their penalty kill is strong.
Yep.
Well, now they got 2 power play goals.
That's why we pay you the big bucks, sir. You should start doing political forecasts. We could really have some fun with that.
No. This is something I wouldn't touch with a
You're
500-foot ball.
So McKenna with the goal. Now a chance for Suhai, a shot. Might have deflected wide. Number 18, Machuda with the assist at the 46-second mark. So McKenna. 47 with the other assist there, Clayton. Keegan Spitz and number 18, Alexander Machuda. As the first period will end, it was a tough one for the Suhai Blue Devils. They trail by the score of 2-0. We'll be back here for our first intermission show coming up. You are listening to Suhai Blue Devil Hockey on Eagle 95.1.
We now return to more exciting Blue Devil hockey action on Eagle 95.1.
Scott Nason along with Clayton Ellis back at the Big Bear Arena in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. After one period of play, it is all Grosse Pointe South as they lead the Suhai Blue Devils by the score of 2-0. And before we get to the first period, Clayton, want to say hello to quite a few people that are tuning in online at our website, eagleradio951.com, down in Grosse Pointe South. We want to say hello to Kurt Mills, who is listening in. His son is number 2, Alexander Mills. I want to thank Mr. Violetel, as I really butchered that name. Apparently some Russian interference as far as the translations. I think Robert Muller's on that one, Clayton. But
that happens quite a bit around here.
Apparently it does, as luckily the FBI's not swarming my door with the bad pronunciation. But again, thank you to all the folks listening back in Grosse Pointe South. If you want to give any shout-outs, you can find me on Twitter. You can tweet me at SNason, that's Nason 2013. Well, Clayton, it was all Grosse Pointe South in that first period. They lead by the score of 2-0, out shooting the Blue Devils 11-1 officially. We're giving them one more, so 11-2.
I gave them 2
all right.
on my score sheet.
Thoughts on the first period? Tough one for Suhai. They're going to obviously have to regroup.
Yeah, thoughts on the first period for Suhai was pathetic. They had a couple decent scoring chances, and both scoring chances came on a breakout where they were able to hit an open winger along the boards and get a decent scoring chance on Grosse Pointe's goal. But Grosse Pointe, you got to give them credit. That team came to play so far tonight, and you've seen a lot of hustle out of them. Their forwards are just all over our defensemen on our own end, and they're not giving them any time or chances to get the puck and even try to get it out of their own end.
First intermission brought to you by War Memorial Hospital. The right care is right here. Clayton, some other scores around the area as far as teams that we cover. We mentioned the Lake Superior State University Lakers leading Bemidji State by the score of 3-1 after 2 periods of play at the Taffy Abel Arena. Good news for the Lakers as far as the team they're chasing ahead of them. Michigan Tech plays later on, who they're tied with for 4th place. Northern Michigan trailing at home to Minnesota State by the score of 2-0. So, as you mentioned, the Lakers get a couple home wins. Northern maybe falls against the first place team. You're looking at the 3rd place Lakers?
Yeah, no kidding. I do have to say, though, I'm tough between a rock and a hard spot.
You really are
there.
there.
I have a nephew that's the captain for the Northern Michigan hockey team.
Oh.
So
that's right.
Being his senior year, I mean, I would like to see Northern do good, but I'm a Laker,
Maybe both teams can make the tournament. How about that?
There you go. Maybe they could both be in the finals.
Sioux Eagles are now tied with Espanola 4-4. That one late in the second period in Espanola. The game before this one saw the Port Huron Northern squad lose to Marquette by the score of 4-0. Marquette will take on Grosse Pointe South tomorrow at 1. And then the Suhai Blue Devils will take on Port Huron Northern. That one at 3 o'clock. Tim and Mike Ellis will have the call of that one. Suhai Blue Devil Hockey, brought to you by Leet Sports Center, your #1 dealer for all your outdoor addictions. Leet Sports Center specializes in Hondas, ATVs, motorcycles, and generators with thousands of accessories in stock on the I-75 Business Spur. And brought to you by Quarter to Five, where you never know what treasures you will find at Quarter to Five.
Well, what I've seen in this first period, talking about Grosse Pointe taking on Marquette tomorrow, that might be a game that people might want to show up to watch tomorrow afternoon from what I've seen out of this Grosse Pointe team. And Marquette was all over Port Huron in that first game.
A little chippy game there towards the end, too. It got a little rough, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
yep. It was that Marquette team. I've seen them play 3 or 4 times this year, and they've got a good group of kids. And I think I just heard tonight that they're on an 11-game winning streak.
Yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me. Like you said, Marquette able to draw more players on that high school squad. They've always been good. I mean, they've won state championships, but you take that Marquette Electricians out of that community, and you're getting more and more players that are playing high school hockey, and that's why they're, well, where they are right now.
Exactly.
We're going to take a break here on our first intermission. When Clayton and I come back, we'll have the start of the second period. Soo High has some work to do. They trail Grosse Pointe South by the score of 2-0. You are listening to Soo High Blue Devil Hockey on Eagle 95.1.
We now return to more exciting Blue Devil hockey action on Eagle 95.1.
Scott Nason along with Clayton Ellis back at the Big Bear Arena as the Soo High Blue Devils coming out on the ice to start the second period. Grosse Pointe South already ready for the second period as they lead the Soo High Blue Devils by the score of 2-0. But before we do, Clayton, we unannounced to me, they don't run these things through me, but that's okay. It looks like we have a local figure skater that's going to be putting on a show. It's usually they do this at the end of the period, but apparently she wanted fresh ice, so I don't know who the young lady is, but did you hear the name? I
heard it, but I don't know. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it.
Oh, my goodness. Well, geez. Holy mackerel. What's going on here? Wow. We're cranking the tunes here, Clayton. My goodness sakes. I don't think she liked that version. We'll do take 2.
I think she wants to start over.
See, you can have to. This isn't the Olympics.
It probably scared the shit out of her.
Oh. Something like that. You must have been in the Navy, Clayton, there with that reference there, the ship and all that. Yeah. So there we go. We got. Sorry.
She's back in form now.
I said the Russian judge might have given her a 3 on that one, but we got a little extra time, Clayton. So while this young lady is doing her performance, let's talk about some other things, including MHSAA and social media. Keep up with everything MHSAA on social media. Look us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for tournament updates, event announcements, video highlights, and high school sports news from around the state. It's the best way to connect with the MHSAA every day. Looking at the rest of the Soo High Blue Devil schedule for this year, well, not a lot of home games left after this one. The Blue Devils will have just 2 more home games. They will be here, as I mentioned, tomorrow in the Cooper Dental Showcase at 3 p.m. as Soo High will take on Port Huron Northern. And then a couple weeks off for the Blue Devils, and their next action, the home finale, will be on February 12th, 7 p.m. as Soo High will take on Traverse City St. Francis. That'll be senior night, always right. a big night for any senior, as the seniors and parents will be honored that night.
It will be, and it'll be short and sweet, too, being as there's only 2 seniors on the team this year.
Yeah, you hope they don't pay the PA guy by the hour because he won't be getting paid much that night. Then the Blue Devils will hit the road for their final.
Maybe if he's long-winded, he might be.
Yes, indeed. Well, Bob is, so you're right. Blue Devils will be at Macomb, Dakota on February 15th, and then at Rochester Adams on February 16th. And then their final game will be, I got to mention they're at Traverse City Central on February 13th, and then at Traverse City Rest on February 21st. And then the playoffs begin 1 month from tonight, Clayton, February 25th, as the Soo High Blue Devils will take on the Alpena Wildcats. That one in. So Madison something there with the performance. She's not very happy about the start of that one.
No, but She nailed it. She did well.
She did great.
Once everything got straightened out for her.
She did great. Not so much on that whole exchange,
Yeah.
but she definitely did great. Looking at the Sioux High Regional, Clayton, we talked about that. Sioux High will take on Alpena. Now, that's a Monday night game, Monday, February 25th. They're going to preempt the game that night, which I'm not real thrilled about, but that's okay. And then the winner of that one will take on host Gaylord on Thursday, February 28th. The other one has Tawas, a new team to that regional. They will take on Sheboygan. So, I don't know much about Tawas, but you would say the winner of Sioux High or Alpena would probably be the favorite to go. But again, Alpena the favorite to really win that regional.
Yeah, I mean, especially after what we see out of the Sioux High Blue Devils in the first period. But, there's still hockey to be played. And like I said, you got to figure out a way to right the ship. And, once the regular season's done, I mean, it all starts from there.
Hey, you can be winless and win the state title,
exactly.
As I always like to say. So here we go, second period underway. Grosse Pointe with the 2-0 lead over Sioux High. Shots 11-2 in favor of Grosse Pointe South as the puck in the Blue Devil zone. Logan Raphael has played well despite giving up 2 goals. He's really kept it from being a lot worse than what the score could be. Sioux High will clear the zone, center ice. Picked up by Armstrong. Now he loses the puck. McKenna for Grosse Pointe South at center ice. Strelke. Strelke shoots it into the Blue Devil zone. Now Sioux High has it as Casey fell down. Keldon Casey gets right back up, though. He'll shoot it in. Bouncing puck and a save there by Strickler. That was a little bit of a challenge there. All 3 Sioux High shots have been pretty good ones, Clayton.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now puck in the near corner, the Grosse Pointe zone. McKenna. Behind the net, too. Violatel got that one right. It's still a tough one there. Going to practice that one a few times. Puck taken there by
Let it roll
Gordon.
off your tongue.
Well, they'll do my best. Now here's a hope. Grosse Pointe had too many men on the ice, but the officials didn't catch it. Now puck still in the Sioux High end. Blue Devils with the puck. Now taken by Spitz. Here's a chance for Grosse Pointe South. Terrio with a shot. Oh, he faked the goaltender, Raphael, but he lost the puck. Terrio over in the far corner. Now picked up by the Blue Devils of Sioux High. Now here's a chance out of the zone. Refushini across the blue line. Tried to get around a couple defenders. Now picked up by Spitz. Keegan Spitz, number 47 for Grosse Pointe South. Over to Dodlin. Puck over in the far boards and Grosse Pointe's end. McKenna behind the net. Plays it off the boards. Spitz lost the puck. Now along the near boards at neutral zone. The Blue Devils of Sioux High will knock down the Grosse Pointe player. Now Grosse Pointe clears it in the zone. Kason Refushini for Sioux High. Long pass broken up by Clark. Sean Clark, number 20 for Grosse Pointe South. Now puck taken by McKenna. He gets dumped, and that's going to be another penalty for Sioux High. As Mills with the puck for Grosse Pointe South. Behind the net, McKenna. Now McKenna at the far circle. Takes it back. Leaves it. Grosse Pointe with the empty net as they're going to have a penalty on Sioux High if they don't score. Here's McKenna moves in. Now that one still controlled by Grosse Pointe South. Clark at his own blue line. Up to Mills. Now Mills at center ice. Pass connects. Here's Chance Machuda with the shot. Oh, that one hit the side of the net. Grosse Pointe still with the puck. Sioux High's got to touch that puck at some point, you would think. Grosse Pointe South with it. Mills with a shot. And finally saved by Raphael. It was almost like a 2-minute power play there, Clayton.
Okay, but that's what Grosse Pointe's been doing so far tonight is they get the puck and they play keep away with it. Sioux High cannot take it away from them, none whatsoever.
Grosse Pointe South 2-4-2 on the power play. They're going to get their third. 14:01 to play in the second period. 2-0 Grosse Pointe South.
I guess Sioux High didn't want to listen to me on this one either. I said you got to stay out of the box because this is their fourth penalty so far.
It is. It's, the Blue Devils not doing themselves any favors right now. Face off to the left of goaltender Logan Raphael. Looks like number 21, Basil Moran.
Sioux High's got too many players in here.
Yep. And Grosse Pointe controls the face off at the point. Violatel gets the puck at the blue line. Violatel still has it. Now plays it over. Terrio had a poke checked away by Gordon, and Gordon will clear it down the ice. Violetel with it. Andrew Violetel, number 19. Dad came up. Appreciate the nice words on our broadcast. No bad pronunciations. It happens.
It does.
McKenna. We don't get the notes that the big time announcers do with all the pronunciations. Like
your producer didn't set you up.
No,
with that stuff?
Producer.
You're not looking at your screen in front of your.
Producer's part of that government shutdown. Maybe he's back to work now. I don't know. Apparently everybody is, which is good news for them. Now here's Spitz with it. Spitz behind the net. Chance in front. Puck loose. Still at the side of the net. Raphael lost his stick. He gets it right back. Puck over in the far corner.
I forgot there was even a government.
Here's a chance for Grosse Pointe South. A shot and a goal. Nice backhand shot by number 47, Keegan Spitz. 3 power play goals for Grosse Pointe South, and they're rolling, leading Sioux High 3-0.
Wow, just
another good shot.
Yeah, that was a really nice shot off the backhand, too, and he put it right up underneath the crossbar.
Yeah, I believe that was Keegan Spitz, number 47 for Grosse Pointe South. We'll hear from Bob, but Grosse Pointe South likes the power play, especially tonight as they lead by the score of 3-0.
That and they're spreading the wealth around.
They are.
3 different guys scoring their goals. So
we'll try to pick up the call from Bob here on the goal and the assists. Sioux High with the puck at center ice. They shoot it down the ice. Yeah, that was Keegan Spitz. McKenna with another assist. Bob struggling on number 19 too. Andrew Violetel with the other assist. 3-0 Grosse Pointe South. Grosse Pointe having their way. Only 4 wins on the season, but again, they play in that very tough schedule in conference. Here's Benoit with it, a shot as that one offside. From a face-off outside the Blue Devil blue line.
No, like we were mentioning pregame, you look at these teams on paper, and both look almost a similar record.
Right.
And, even Grosse Pointe South coming into this game on a 9-game losing streak, but they don't look like that kind of team out there right now.
Hey, we finally got the name of our DJ to my right, Connor Dufresne, father of Blue Devil netminder Jack Dufresne, doing a great job with the tunes. I'm going to get him to DJ Pub Night tomorrow. I can't follow up this act. We'll talk more.
Are you the DJ tomorrow night?
I am. We'll talk more about that on our next break. Here's the Sioux High Blue Devils with a chance. A shot that goes wide by Nathan McKinney over the far boards. Nick Sprague. Sioux High trying to get some pressure here. Just 3 shots on net so far in this one. Puck on the near boards. Grosse Pointe South with it. McKenna across the blue line. Brian McKenna, number 21. Pass out of the reach of Rivard. Over in the far corner. Rivard behind the net to Spitz. Now Rivard got dumped away from the play. Terrio passes it over to McKenna. Now McKenna winds and fires. A shot up high. Might have hit Raphael in the mask. Rebound and a goal. Boy, Raphael got drilled in the mask on that shot. He was down, and I think that was number 53, Dean Terrio, with the goal.
Yeah, actually, the rebound did come off his mask.
4-0 Grosse Pointe South. 11:26 to play in the second period. It has just not been Sioux High's night at all.
No, and as meant, what you see off that goal is 3 Sioux High Blue Devil players standing in front of the net, and nobody takes out the goal scorer. They had all day to take that shot, especially off a rebound. Somebody should have picked that up with as many players as they had back in front of the net.
There's another shot and a save. Rebound. Brian McKenna with the other assist on the goal by Dean Terrio. So 53 from 21, and it's 4-0 in favor of the visitors. Now puck at center ice, broken up by Grosse Pointe South. Here's McKenna with the shot. That one goes wide. Rebound along the near boards. That will go into the netting. Clayton, let's talk about Sioux High's pub night tomorrow night.
Any chances we'll hear ABBA?
Oh, I think there's a big chance you'll hear ABBA. Going on at the Christopher Columbus Hall, 5 to 8 p.m. tomorrow night. So right after the Sioux High game at 3. Tickets are available still. You can get them at the door tomorrow if maybe you don't have any dinner plans. It's always a fun event, and all proceeds go to support Sioux High Blue Devil hockey. I was there with some of the other Sioux High Blue Devil board members rolling meatballs. Boy, what an operation they got going there. Now a shot.
That's quite slick, isn't it?
Yeah, really. I mean, they got this thing that just, what 2,000 meatballs in like an hour?
Right.
I'm Finn. I didn't know what was going on. Now a shot and a goal. Alexander Mills has given Grosse Pointe South a 5-0 lead, wide open in front. And we're getting in danger, Clayton, of this one maybe ending early at this point.
Oh, we really don't even want to go there because we've had 3 mercies against us already this season.
It's just not. Again, if you're Coach Rick Mackey, maybe get a timeout here or something. I don't know. 5-0 Grosse Pointe South.
Yeah, you were hoping to see something different out of the Sault High Blue Devils when they came out from intermission, start the second period, but it's just not there right now.
No. Credit this Grosse Pointe South team. They're controlling this game totally. Alexander Mills with the goal. And Alexander Makuda with the assist, number 18. Now here's another chance for Grosse Pointe South. Save Raphael. He's got to be saying to himself, give me some help out here, guys. Now a chance in front. Another chance, McKenna. That one goes wide. Here's another one. Oh, and he just roofed it. That was number 24, Bradley Burdick. He had a wide open net, just probably saw too much of it.
Wide open net, and he almost hit the score clock.
You're right, yeah. Good thing there was a net there.
He was thinking of going high, and he went high already.
10:02 to play in this second period. 5-0 Grosse Pointe South. Lake Superior State still leading Bemidji State 3-1. Clayton midway through the third period. Northern Michigan's come back against Minnesota State. That game's now 3-2 in favor of the Mavericks. Midway through the third period. Keep an eye on both those scores.
Some scoring going on.
Yes, there is. There is here for Grosse Pointe South. They lead Sault High by the score of 5-0. Under 10 minutes to play in the second period. Puck over in the far corner. Now Terrio has it. Terrio gets it. Shot spits. That one goes wide. Sault High just really standing around right now, Clayton.
They are. They're not moving their feet. It's a shooting gallery out there.
It really
for Grosse
is.
Pointe.
Now here's another chance, and the net goes off the moorings. No goal as that one went in.
Well, there's our first lucky bounce of the night.
Boy.
The puck actually went in, but it was off the moorings, so no goal.
9:31 to play in the second period. 5-0 Grosse Pointe South. I want to say hello to the Supa family listening in. Don, Stephanie, and Chloe. Face off to the left of it, Raphael. Won by the Blue Devils of Sault High. Shots 19-3 in favor of Grosse Pointe South. Buck along the near boards. Now back in the Sault High end. Strelke with it. Strelke with the shot. Blocker save, Raphael. Strelke has it again. He gets knocked down. He'll glove the pass over, and they're going to call that one. Yep. That's about the only thing Grosse Pointe South has done wrong tonight. That's literally the first thing I think I've seen.
Oh, yeah. No, they've played a strong game. It's just, like I said, it's kind of amazing. You don't expect to see this, when you see these two teams matched up against each other, but
we're seeing it.
It's kind of like when they come out with the college football rankings every year.
Yeah. Well, they got it right this year, I think. They had the right national championship game. Not the result I was looking for.
You think those Wolverines should have been ranked as high as they were all season?
No, but we saw what happened to them. Yeah. More hubris. The more hubris, the tougher the fall.
Right, exactly.
Of course, Michigan State wasn't much to sneeze at this year either. That's why I root for Alabama sometimes. they're my safety net.
You got to have that second hat, right?
You really do, yes, indeed.
Maybe a third one sometimes.
Now here's Grosse Pointe South with the puck in the slot. They pretty much had their way with the Sault High Blue Devils. Machuda, poke checked away. Sault High will clear it to center. Puck in the Grosse Pointe South end. Now here's a chance. Armstrong puts it in front, and a shot and a save there. Again by Strickler. He's had 4 shots, but he's had to make 4 good saves.
It'd be nice to see if Sault High could get some sustained pressure in Grosse Pointe end just to see what this goalie's all about. I mean, the 4 saves he has made, he's looked pretty sharp.
Yeah, here's a chance for Grosse Pointe South in the zone. Burdock's shot deflects over in the far corner. And we're going to have a whistle. Might have been a high stick, I think. 7:58 to play in the second period. All Grosse Pointe South, they lead 5-0.
The Lakers are up 4-1. They just scored a shorty.
Yes, I see that. So Lakers potential to move up in the standings, as Clayton mentioned. With the win, they would be 1 point behind Northern if they lose. We'll have to wait to see what Michigan Tech does. They're in Anchorage. They'll win that game. They're going to sweep up there. Anchorage is just brutal this year.
But isn't Anchorage the Alaska team that came to the Sioux and beat the Lakers?
Nope, that was the other Alaska team. Now this is the team that has 2 wins. So.
That's why I asked you, because you're the man with all the knowledge.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Internet and Twitter. for that knowledge. 7:40 to play in the second period. Shots 20-4 in favor of Grosse Pointe South. Now into the zone. Spitz with it. Fake shot. Poke checked away by Raphael. Spitz gets it back. Now in the slot. Cleared to center by Sioux High. McKenna. He falls down at center ice. Gets right back up. McKenna up to Rivard. Rivard across the blue line for Grosse Pointe South over to Terrio. I believe Grosse Pointe has 5 different goal scorers. Clayton, is that correct?
You are correct.
And that'll be icing the call.
They're still spreading the wealth around on the goal scoring.
Sioux High Blue Devil Hockey brought to you by Sioux Insurance Agency. Call Fred DeVono, the helpful staff at Sioux Insurance today. Sioux Insurance, a proud sponsor of Blue Devil Hockey. And brought to you by Central Savings Bank, your hometown bank since 1902. Serving the EUP with 9 convenient locations. Ask what the CSB family can do for you. 7:08 to play in this second period. 5-0 Grosse Pointe South. Sioux High losers of 7 in a row. And they're going to have a lot of work to do to try to break that streak tonight. Grosse Pointe South with the puck. Violetel on the near boards, now taken there. Another tripping potential call, no call. Now here's a chance for Grosse Pointe and a goal. McKenna, his second goal of the night. And it's 6-0 Grosse Pointe South. They're just making this look way too easy right now.
You're going to leave them forwards all alone in front of the net like that, and they're picking up every rebound and putting it in a wide open net.
Sometimes you hear, the score was not indicative of the play tonight. It is.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. This is something else. That's all I can say.
Wow. Sioux Eagles up on Espanola 5-4 in the third period. I think it's Connor McKenna. There's 2 McKennas. Number 21, Brian McKenna. Number 6 is Connor McKenna. We didn't have him listed on our roster.
And he's the one that just scored, right?
Yep, again, those Russians kind of messing with everything here. They're my fallback for everything that goes. If I slip and fall, this is the Russians. Now we're going to have a penalty on Grosse Pointe South. And a shot, that one blocked in front. And so maybe Sioux High can get something going here, Clayton, on the power play.
Well,
and now we have, maybe they're not going to get a power play.
Yeah, that was a retaliation by Armstrong, and they're sending him to the box.
I
understand, the frustrations are probably high the way this game's going, but
yeah.
I mean, you got to try to find a positive somewhere.
So Sioux High thought they were going to have the power play instead. Lindsay, I can't answer your question, by the way. I agree. 6:16 to play in the second period. 6-0 in favor of Grosse Pointe South. And, talking to Coach Rick Mackey Monday, we saw some positive signs, but boy, it's really right back to the drawing board in this one, Clayton. I mean, there's no positive spin you can put on this.
Well, that's what we were saying is, week before last during practice, they just went back. Let's just play, get back to basic hockey, basic fundamentals, and play a simple game, which they did in Alpena, and it worked for them. But tonight, they're not even playing hockey tonight.
No, and
there's no jump in this team. They're not even trying to win puck battles here.
So it looks like we're going to have coincidental minors with 16 to play in this second period. Sioux High Blue Devil Hockey brought to you by the Chippewa County Credit Union, where all families make one union. Also brought to you by Co-Ed Flowers and Gifts, your home for all occasions. And brought to you by North of Chicago Pizza, real Chicago-style pizza, and so much more. So coincidental minors the call. Connor McKenna gets the penalty for keep calling it Port Huron Northern. Grosse Pointe South. Getting my directions mixed up, apparently.
Probably you got Ottawa West or anybody like that in here.
I think Grosse Pointe, Port Huron, there's really no comparison. I think Grosse Pointe probably a little nicer than Port Huron. No offense to our friends at Port Huron, but Grosse Pointe's a nice area. Let's just put it that way. I used to have a friend that lived in Grosse Pointe. Now lives in, I don't know where he went, actually.
Lost track?
I did. Now Mills with a shot and a save. Rebound goes along the far corner.
Kind of where this
Bay
game's
City,
going.
that's right. Bay City. He's the superintendent of Bay City Schools. So he's almost as famous as Madonna right now.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah, and the Bay City Rollers.
Oh, yeah.
Get to play some Bay City Rollers over here Saturday night. There's my request. That's a good one.
Actually, a few years ago.
He's got it. That's right.
When I was in elementary school, that was actually one of my favorites.
Oh, wow. Now here's Mills across the blue line. Mills centering chance. Benoit with the shot. Raphael save, rebound, and a goal. 7-0 Grosse Pointe South. As well, this one I think we're going to be getting home early, Clayton.
No, they're going to survive this period and turn around in the third. Mark my word.
Well, I hope your word is your bond, sir, because it's just I haven't seen. I gotta admit, I've done a lot of hockey broadcasts. I can't really compare this one to any of them at this point.
I mean, it's like the team in white and blue. They're not even out there.
Wow, 7-0 Grosse Pointe South. Now, if it's 8-0 in the second, do they end it or they go to the end of the period?
They have to play 2 full periods.
Okay, so we'll see what happens here, but we could be done early. There's a chance there for Spitz. Well, he's calling him Benoit, Benoit, but I've been wrong a couple times tonight. Number 23, Garrett Benoit, or Benoit, if you will.
That's the French coming out, Bob.
Yep. Now here's Rivard. Puck shot over the far boards. Spitz with it. Spitz along the end board, centering chance, broken up by the Blue Devils' McKinney. Now McKinney at center ice. That one taken right back by Grosse Pointe South. Spitz with it. Again, this is a team that's 4-12-1. And they're just putting it to Soo High right now. On the near boards, Grosse Pointe South with it, McKenna. Now Terrio. Terrio, centering chance, a shot. Raphael with the save. Spitz with it. Back to the point, Terrio. Now Terrio with the shot, deflected in front, and a save there for Raphael. Shots now 23-4 in favor of Grosse Pointe South. They lead 7-0. 4 minutes left in this second period.
If we make it to the end of this period without giving up another goal, I don't know. I don't think they'll ever do it, but they would only have to clean half the sheet of ice.
Yeah, you're right. Save on the water bill.
Yeah.
Face-off won by Grosse Pointe South. That shot saved. Back to the point again. Now along the end boards. Violetel, centering chance. That one goes through the slot and to center ice. Violetel across the blue line. Violetel plays it over the far side. McKenna. Connor McKenna with 2 goals for Grosse Pointe South. Now he has the puck. Wraparound chance, save, another save. And again, these Soo High defensemen forwards just, well, they're watching a lot right now. I don't think there's any way you can put it.
They're standing around watching the game, I guess.
I mean, you can only sugarcoat so much, and, these are kids, and we're not going to individually call out anyone, but, as a collective group, this has been what you could call a disappointing performance.
No, this is a total team effort right now.
Yeah.
Except for maybe number 1 in the net.
Yeah, well, he's had to because, he's seen most of the action. And, William Strickler has made 4 saves. They've all been good saves, but, he could literally, take a nap at this point right now.
Kind of looks like he's slumped over, falling asleep.
I think he's
closing his eyes.
I think he's still conscious over there, Clayton. We have a face-off as that puck goes out of play. Now,
Sue's even, they're losing all face-off draws. That's why another reason they can't get out of their own end.
You really can't. The only positive that you could probably give them at this point is Logan Raphael. This game would be long decided if it wasn't for him. You can hear the podcast of this game later on at the website, thegamesportshow.com. You can also go to thegamesportshow.podbean.com. You can hear podcasts of our sports show, The Game, Monday night from the Wicked Sister on Ashman Street. We're live on Eagle 95.1 from 6 to 7. The full 2-hour podcast available along with a bevy of other sports information. The Twin Sault's only local, regional, and national sports show on the radio, The Game. Hashtag selfless promotion, or selfish promotion. Now it's Shameless. That's what I'm looking for. It's a great show. You ever watch Shameless? You should watch that one. Now here's a chance. Blocker save. Rebound. Oh, that one goes through the slot. And again, it's getting way too easy for Grosse Pointe South right now, Clayton. Now here's Terrio on the near boards. One more goal, and this one could potentially be over in 2.5 minutes. Now Terrio with the puck for Grosse Pointe South. Puck at center ice. Shot right back in. Shots 25-4, Grosse Pointe South. Too high with the puck. At center ice. Glove down there by Swan. Swan with it. On the near boards. Gordon. He lost the puck. Strelke takes it. Down to zone. Alex Gordon. Shot right back in by McKenna. Number 21, Brian McKenna. Now center ice. Chance broken up again by McKenna. He'll flip it in. Minute 40 to play in the second period. Now here's Strelke with it in front. Vilatel, he gets knocked down, no call. Puck over in the far corner. At the Blue Devils trying to clear the zone. They still can't clear it. Guy comes off the bench and he keeps it in. Vilatel with it. Centering chance. Puck shot. Save Raphael. Rebound. Another chance. That one's behind the net. Now another chance goes in front. And Soo High's... No, they will finally clear it down the ice. Minute 10 left in the second period. So if nobody scores here, we'll stick around for the second intermission. If Grosse Pointe South scores, we'll have our post-game show coming up. Shot back in to the Grosse Pointe end. That one goes through the slot. Chance for Soo High. Shot. Another save there. Another good shot. When Soo High gets shots on, they've been effective. But the problem is they only have 5. Dunlin now plays it off the near boards. 40 seconds to play. Here's Vilatel across the blue line. Vilatel centering chance. That one broken up. As that one goes to center ice. Could have a breakaway for the Blue Devils. Swanson. Colby Swanson in a shot. Save, rebound. Nice defensive play there by Donlin. He was beaten. Now here's a chance. Refuscini shot rather. That one deflects wide. 20 seconds left here in the second. Here comes Grosse Pointe South. Might have a 2-on-1. No, we have an offside by Machuda. And so that will probably keep us going, Clayton, at least early in the third period.
Oh, I would guess so. Well, Soo High could score a goal, and
that's true. But they need 2.
Yeah. But that was nice to see that effort there by Colby Swanson. Tried to get the loose puck, but the goalie beat it to him.
Well, the Grosse Pointe South squad has come dancing tonight as our DJ is playing, but the Soo High Blue Devils, they're sitting on the dance floor right now. They're sitting, they're not even on the dance floor. They're sitting.
I think they're at the bar.
You're killing me tonight. You've broken me twice. I feel like the guy that played Djokovic last night. Little tennis reference there, and you lose your serve and you get broken. You watch tennis?
No.
Oh, come on. Nadal, Djokovic, final Australian Open. I'm getting up at 3:30 in the morning Sunday to watch that. I'm not kidding. Or maybe I'll just stay up.
You seen a doctor lately?
I have. He's saying I'm balding. After 2 periods of play, the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils lead the Soo High Blue Devils 7-0. We'll take a break and be back with our second intermission report. You are listening to Soo High Blue Devil Hockey on Eagle 95.1.
We now return to more exciting Blue Devil hockey action on Eagle 95.1.
Scott Nason, Clayton Ellis back at the Big Bear Arena in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. After 2 periods of play, the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils lead the Soo High Blue Devils by the score of 7-0 in our second intermission, sponsored by the Sioux Co-op Credit Union. Strong, independent, your credit union. Well, Clayton, shots 26-5 in favor of Grosse Pointe South. They lead by the score of 7-0. I think I know what you're going to say, but your thoughts on the second period in this game so far?
Well, people that are listening to us, they think, 26 shots on goal and he's giving up 7 goals. He's not playing that well. Well, the thing is, every shot that they get on net is from point-blank range, and, they're wide open. And Raphael's been having to stand his ground, and he's come up with some nice saves. I mean, I feel bad for the kid with 7 goals in behind him, but he's just, I don't know what's going on. Just sitting here wondering if maybe I dozed off for a while and I just had a bad dream and I'm going to wake up and start the first period.
Well, kind of like Roger Stone this morning, maybe, when he had a visitor at 6 in the morning. I have way too many political references, but, when a team is out-talented, and, when you have a young team, that's one thing, but when the effort isn't there, that's another. And, I haven't seen the Sault High team play too much, but I don't think anybody can watch this game and say the effort's there. How does that get fixed? What does Coach Rick Mackey, try to do in the locker room? I mean, obviously, they're not going to win this game. This game could be over rather quickly. What is he saying there?
I don't.
That we can repeat on radio.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know if you go in and you say to him, now listen, we're going to let this game be over with in the next 2 minutes, or we're going to go out there and try to get, at least play with some respect and play the full 3 periods that we came here to play tonight. So I think if he knew the answers to the questions, is why is there no compete level going on right now? This 2 weeks ago in their last showcase here against Plymouth, I mean, this was the same style game that you saw going on with that game also, and it's just I'm lost for words. It's just hard to describe and figure out why. I mean, there's no hustle in this team.
No. Maybe it's an off night.
It's definitely an off night.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is an off night. You're right.
I believe myself that this team is much better. They might not be a Detroit Country Day or anything like that, but they're much better than what we're seeing right here.
How about some good news? You want some good news? Lake Superior State beats Bemidji by the score of 5-2 at the Taffy Able Arena. That's good news.
That's good, and the good thing about that is they played a good team and beat them solidly.
Right behind them in the standings. So the Lakers, they have 9 games left now. They're going to stay in 4th place if Minnesota State hangs on against Northern. They'll be 1 point behind 3rd. So you have 9 games left, Clayton. 4 of those against a Ferris State team that's very much down. Lakers go 6-3 in their last 9 games, which is very possible. You're looking at home ice and top 3, top 4.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and seeing I watched the Lakers in the GLI this year. It was the first time I seen them play, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Brought back old memories, didn't it?
It did.
Of raising banners and seeing the Lakers on TV. We've seen a lot of.
Yep, that and the excitement in that team, the excitement on the bench, it's great to see.
They're playing hard, and that's the thing with this team. It took a while for head coach Damon Witt, and this is 5th year, and there were some detractors out there, at first early success, but, obviously he's found a good formula because, Lakers not only potentially top 4, but, if things continue to go well, NCAA playoff berth, I mean, if they could win themselves in if they keep playing, how big would that be? Haven't been in the NCAAs, I think, in 22 years.
Yeah, no kidding, and you wonder where it came from all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they were kind of progressing like last year or the year before.
Bad.
And then, boom. Well, I think they started the season out, and you're kind of looking at, it's going to be another one of those years.
Sure.
And something late came on, and now here they are. I mean, they're a contending team in the WCHA. And
you want some more good news? Sioux Eagles leading Espanola by the score of 6-4. That one late in the 3rd period. Blind River has lost to the Sioux Thunderbirds by the score of 4-3, and Racerside Balfour over French River by the score of 6-3. So all of a sudden the Sioux Eagles, who have kind of slowly started to get better, if they hold on and win that one, Clayton, they will be just 2 points behind Blind River for 3rd place. So Coach Doug LaPrade and the Sioux Eagles, it's been kind of a work in progress. They've slowly gotten better, and they're playing some good hockey right now.
Right. I was amazed when I looked at their NLJHL standings here at the beginning of the week, and the Eagles are now back to 500 hockey.
Yeah, above two above if they win tonight.
Now. Yeah, and because I just remember the last time I looked at the standings, kind of felt bad for Doug, what's going on here, and first-year coach. Well, kind of same thing we've got going on here with Mackey,
And I have a lot more coverage of the NLJHL doing the Sioux Eagles games for Hockey TV on the internet, and they had an 8-game homestand over the holidays, and I said on the broadcast they need to have a good streak. They need to go 6-2, 7-1 on this homestand. And they've done that, and now that you finally get to that 500 mark, now it's a little easier sailing. You're not trying to get to 500. You're there, and hey, you're kind of like playing on the house's money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't want to be playing catch-up hockey all the time, and because all that's going to do is burn you out, and you want to be ready when it comes playoff time. And you want that higher seating, too.
That's right. Indeed, indeed. I want to say hello to Tim Ellis tuning in after the Laker victory over Bemidji State by the score of 5-2. Now we really got to be on our best behavior, Clayton. There, the owner, the man, is listening right now.
So they might get fired?
Well, you might. I'm still in good standing with the very handsome and very talented Tim Ellis.
I might get my paycheck cut.
Indeed.
Not see it at all.
Right. Let's take a break here on our second intermission show. We come back. We'll start the third period here at the Big Bear Arena. Our score has been all Grosse Pointe South. They lead Sault High by the score of 7-0. You are listening to Sault High Blue Devil Hockey on Eagle 95.1.
We now return to more exciting Blue Devil hockey action on Eagle 95.1.
Scott Nason along with Clayton Ellis back at the Big Bear Arena as we are getting ready to start the third period. It's been all Grosse Pointe South. They lead the Sault High Blue Devils by the score of 7-0. Goal scorers for Grosse Pointe South. 7 different goal scorers, including Connor McKenna, Brian McKenna, Alexander Mills, Andrew Littell. Also have Garrett Benoit, Keegan Spitz, and Dean Terrio. Shots 26-5 in favor of Grosse Pointe South, and Clayton with the mercy rule. Unless Sault High scores, if Grosse Pointe scores the next goal, it's the snowman game, 8-0, and this game will be over.
You are correct, sir. And let's see if Sault High can come out and play one period of hockey. Just as a mental thing.
Well, at this point, you want to win the shift. I mean, you're not going to win the game. Maybe you'll win the period, but win the shift. Put a good effort out there. See if these guys can step it up a little bit because it has not been their night at all. Blue Devils now with the puck. They could have a 2-on-1 across the blue line. Chance for Sault High. A shot up high. Blocker save. Rebound. Shot kind of, I think, fanned on it. That was Jack Swan with the opportunity. So good start for the Blue Devils here.
We got some standing water out there on the ice. The puck was stuck.
Need that young lady doing the figure skating again.
She's still
tried it up. Yeah, I think she's still a little upset about that opener there of the sound system. A shot that just goes wide. Along the near side board, Spitz. Now that shot deflected. Puck goes to the far corner. Picked up by Keldon Casey. Tries to clear the zone. Can't. Kept in by Grosse Pointe South. Now puck behind the net. Taken there by Strelke. Strelke for Grosse Pointe South. Now here's a chance in front of shot. Save. Raphael rebound. And Raphael will keep this game going as he makes another save. He's been a very busy gentleman in net for Sault High.
I'm just looking across the ice here, and I wonder what happened inside the dressing room in between periods because we've got 5 players on the bench.
Yeah.
We've got 10 players total.
So we got a much shorter bench here as...
You got 3 forwards and 2 defensemen, so you got 2 full lines.
Reminds me of my house league days. Never complained about ice time there. I wanted to get back on the bench. Get me out of there, coach, please. Now Spitz shot, saved by Raphael. Rebound, another chance goes behind the net. Puck taken there by Terrio for Grosse Pointe South. Out center ice. Rather back in the Sault High zone. Blue Devils have it. Broken up there. That's going to be offside as Grosse Pointe South will have to touch back up. They do. Now they keep the puck in. Here's Terrio on the slot. Pass, deflected shot. Spitz put it wide. That one would have ended it. Now Terrio with it. Terrio, blue line. Terrio walking in. Poke checked away there by the Blue Devils. Now Nick Sprague clears it to center. Picked up by number 24. That's Bradley Burdick. Behind the net, Raphael leaves it for his player. Now Rivard gets a centering chance. Spitz, and Raphael makes the save. Spitz thought he ended that one. Get credit to Logan Raphael. He's fighting hard out there.
He is fighting hard. Yeah, there was another Grosse Pointe South player left wide open in front of the net. I'm just trying to make a number count here to see who was playing and who was not.
We'll try. Yeah, only 10 players on the bench for Sault High, as a few players getting early dibs on the hot water maybe.
Might be a shortage.
Could be. It's kind of cold. Puck over in the far corner. Blue Devils come up with it. They'll try to clear it out of their zone. They do. Now here's a chance. Could be a 3-on-1. Swan across the blue line. A shot. And a save there by Strickler, and he'll hold. More good news, Clayton. The Sioux Eagles won tonight. They held on to defeat Espanola by the score of 6-5. So we're not downers here. That's right.
That had a good night.
And the Thunderbirds win, so that's good news for them. think the Eagles want the Thunderbirds to win because they're not going to catch them, so you wanted them to beat the Raysides and the Blind Rivers of the world so they can move up to third.
Does anybody ever catch the Thunderbirds?
I don't think so. They are good year in and year out. Puck at center ice, taken by Dodlin. Dodlin over to Mills. Mills across the blue line for Grosse Pointe South. Now the Blue Devils clear the zone. Nick Sprague at center ice, broken up by Dodlin, who shoots it right back in. 14:20 to play in this third period. 7-0 Grosse Pointe South. If they score 8 and Blue Devils have 0, this game will be over. We'll go to our post-game show. Now Raphael will cover that one up, and we'll have a whistle. You can be a referee. In fact, we need you to get out there and be a referee now more than ever. Nationally, there's a shortage of people willing to work these kids' games, and they are just kids' games. So if you love sports and kids, register today at mhsaa.com. And if you're unable to get out there, please respect the efforts of those who can. And it's good seeing a young ref. We don't see a lot of young officials, Clayton, in a lot of the sports. Avery tonight officiating out there. And it's a tough business to get into. Fans can get a little surly. You've heard many times. And so credit these youngsters getting out there, putting on the stripes and trying to, officiate.
Yeah, I think we need it around here, too, because I think our officiating crew is starting to get kind of slim. And some of them are, some of these guys that are still out there,
You're right.
I had when I was in the school.
You're right. I do umpiring for baseball and softball, and I'm one of the young guys. And I'm not a young guy, so that kind of tells you we need some young officials. So sign up at mhsaa.com. Now the Blue Devils with a shot. That one goes wide. Rebound behind the net, picked up by Clark for Grosse Pointe South. Blue Devils trying to get one on the board here. Anything positive going into their game tomorrow against Port Huron North. Out center ice. Blue Devils have it. Sioux High. Now bad pass. McKenna across the blue line. McKenna's shot. That one goes wide. Will hit the netting. We'll have a face-off in the Sioux High zone.
So what I had come up, Elijah Clow, Aaron Cogan, Basil Moran. Or not on the bench
right,
to start
yeah.
this period.
So Sioux High playing two lines. Face off outside the blue line. Again, want to thank Dr. Cooper for sponsoring this Cooper Dental Showcase this weekend. We appreciate him and all our great Sioux High Blue Devil sponsors. Now Spitz over at the far corner behind the net. Spitz with it, net way off the moorings. So you can almost maybe lobby for a delay of game there. I think Raphael just kind of inadvertently did it, but that was pretty obvious that he did.
I think the officials might give him the benefit of the doubt.
I think so. Shots 30-7 in favor of Grosse Pointe South. Face off to the left. That was a quick face off there by Miles Meehan. Wants to get out of here too, I think.
Oh, you read my mind.
Now here's Terrio with it. Terrio behind the net. Chance in front of shot, save, rebound, puck still loose, and that net again pulling off the moorings. Do we not have a very good magnetic system here with the nets? They seem to go off rather easily, Clayton.
You got to do what you got to do to keep the game going.
Now, do you remember the old metal posts?
Oh.
Ran into those a few times.
Yeah, there was no moving the net then.
No.
I think Zamboni could try to run it over there.
Right. Well, I got run over a few times into those things. No, by other players. I probably would have rather. Now here's a chance. Almost over there, Grosse Pointe South. The puck was loose in the slot. And the Blue Devils will clear the ice. And give credit there to Jack Dufresne on the bench there. Still
cheering on his
that's
counterpart.
right. You know what? You like to see that spirit somewhere on the ice, even if it's on the bench, unfortunately, for most of this game. Now puck behind the net, taken by Spitz. Spitz with the puck. Puck still at center ice. 12-10 to play in this third period. Now here comes Grosse Pointe South. Terrio winds and fires. Save Raphael, and he'll hold.
That Sioux High bench gets any shorter, they might be putting some equipment on Zach and sending him over.
You're right. He still has eligibility, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not graduated yet, because I know he's growing up fast. Oh, my goodness. Freshman at Sioux High. Wow. Both my boys are in middle school, so time flies when you're having fun. Good thing we're not getting older. That's the best part of it.
Yeah.
Right? Right.
Time's flying when you don't want it to fly.
Right. Puck in the Sioux High zone. Picked up by the Blue Devils. Alex Gordon across the blue line. Now here's a chance. Gordon into the Grosse Pointe zone. Gordon with a shot. Oh, he hits the crossbar. Just been that kind of night for the Blue Devils. Now another shot. as that one goes into the netting. So it looked like Sault High was going to get on the board, but the crossbar had something to say about that.
No, nice to see some hustle out of the Blue Devils there. Alex Gordon, he's famous for that, breaking up the wing and coming from his defensive spot and getting the shot away on net, actually hit the crossbar.
And, this group that's out there for Sault High, it looks a little different than the first and second period. Obviously, something must have been said in the locker room because these guys are playing quite a bit harder out there. Puck taken by the Sault High Blue Devils. In Grosse Pointe end, now the Grosse Pointe squad with it. Across the blue line. Here's Clark. Clark now looking for someone in front. That net off the moorings again. My goodness, this is just getting to be a little ridiculous now. As well, another face-off in the Sault High end. Raphael, I don't think he's blatantly doing it. He just, when he's moving around a lot tonight, Clayton. He just keeps hit that net off the moorings.
Yeah, you just wonder if maybe there's an issue with the magnets because he's the type of goaltender that pushes across the crease very well, but you got to have the post there.
Now here's a shot and a save. Yeah, excuse me, Clayton. Rebound in front. Another chance. The player gets knocked down. Sault High can't clear it. Now a big hit there by, I believe that was Alex Gordon. So Sault High still hitting tonight. Now puck behind the net. Don't forget tomorrow night, pub night at the CC Hall, 5 to 8 o'clock. Tickets are available at the door, or maybe if you're at the game tomorrow, you could probably run into one of the parents that might have a ticket, as there will be great food, fun, and music. All sorts of frivolity. Always a fun event and one of the big Sault High fundraisers. Puck in the Sault High zone. 10:40 to play in the third period. And Clayton standing up to my left. He's getting serious over here. Or maybe cold or just stretching. Now here's Clark with it, a shot. That goes wide, rebound, wraparound chance.
There goes the net again.
And that goes off the moorings, and Raphael makes another save. And so Logan Raphael really keeping this one going again here, Clayton.
Yeah, he's holding the team in the game right now. Well, he's been holding the team in the game all night.
Well, tragically hip playing here. I'll tell you what, Connor, you're like my new hero at this point. You're playing some good songs.
It's a good thing you're impressed with something here tonight, Big Bear.
Well, your color commentating, of course, being the second thing. Now here's a chance for Sault High, one of the rare chances. Just 8 shots on net tonight, taken away by Grosse Pointe. They'll shoot it down the ice, and they won't wave that one off. That'll be an icing call with 10-11 to play here in the third period.
You still have one of your boys doing color with you for basketball?
Yeah, Vance Nason doing color when he can. He's been playing basketball for the 7th grade team. He's doing some travel basketball. This actually is going tomorrow too. I was going because of my previously engaged engagement, I should say. I'm not getting engaged, at least yet. But previous engagement with
not that you know of, anyways.
Well, I'm on the right track, I hope. But anyway, moving back to hockey. Behind the net, Grosse Pointe with the puck. Gonna break some news there almost. Now at the point. Sault High over in the far corner. Under 10 to play. Now going to the net. That's going to be a penalty. A shot save there. A good chance again for Sault High, but they're going to go on the power play. Their first of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's retaliation on the last one they were going to get.
So I guess if you're looking for some positives, Clayton, to take out of this one, you got to say that Sault High's put up a lot more fight here in this third period.
Oh, definitely. And you can probably figure out why the players that didn't come back out for the third aren't back out.
Well, showing the results on the ice, at least the effort, as Sault High on their first power play. Grosse Pointe South will wrap that one hard down the boards, up the boards rather, and down the ice. Taken by Nick Gary. Now Nick Gary at center ice to Sprague. Sprague across the blue line. His shot wide as he gets hit after the shot. Keegan Spitz with the slashing call. Sault High in the power play. Over along the far boards. The Devils of Sault High trying to get something going here behind the net. That's McKinney. Now a shot. That goes wide. Rebound. Puck loose. And a goal. Colby Swanson with the goal. And credit this group out there right now. These 10 guys and goaltender Logan Raphael, along with the backup goaltender Jack Dufresne, really showing some spirit. And, this one looked to be a total disaster. And they put the goal up on Grosse Pointe South said, no. Put that one off. Put one on Soo High at 7-1 Grosse Pointe.
Yeah, and nice hustle there. Nice to see Colby Swanson score the goal. I believe that's his first goal as a Blue Devil.
Judging by the crowd reaction, I would say that's the case. And it's 7-1. And Soo High's not done in this one. They're fighting hard. And it's good to see the effort once again.
No, that was well-deserved.
Yep. Colby Swanson with the goal. Now, is that Tommy's son?
That's Roy and...
Roy's son.
Roy
Yeah, there we go.
Swanson.
Yep.
Rory Kinney.
Yep.
Swanson.
Now a shot and a save there, Raphael, and he'll hold. And so Soo High will play tomorrow afternoon against Port Huron Northern, and while they're still going to be on the short end of the stick here, barring a epic collapse, they got to have some positives coming out of this one, at least.
Well, no, the compete effort by the 10 players that Coach Mackey brought out here in the third period has been something really nice to see. And good to see them get rewarded for their efforts and finally score a power play goal.
You got to make a statement when things were as bad as we've seen them. And, credit Coach Mackey for making what could have been maybe a tough call. It looks like a good one right now. Now here's a chance, a shot. Big save, Raphael. He sprawled out for that one. It looked like that was number 23, Benoit, looking like he was going to get his second goal of the game. And Raphael made his best save of the night.
Sometimes Raphael just amazes you. He looks like he's so far out of position, but somehow or another he gets across that net to get a piece of the puck.
Again, reminds me of Manny Legacy as far as, being a little bit of a shorter goaltender, but sprawling around all the time.
Like a fish out of water, right?
Exactly. Now here's Rivard. Rivard across the blue line. Rivard drops it for Spitz. Now Spitz lost it. The Blue Devils might have a breakaway. They do. Here's Aaron Cogan in the zone. Cogan, fake shot, and a goal! Aaron Cogan has cut the lead to 7-2. Beautiful pass. He made a nice move on the backhand and scores.
Yeah, where was all this a little while ago?
Where you just wonder, it's like, where was this? Can we have this for 3 successive periods?
Yeah, this is
what a move, though.
This is making Coach Mackey look like a mad scientist. He's
You're
working,
right. Yeah. So 10 players on the bench. And, it's paid off for the Blue Devils there.
And that would be Aaron Cogan's first goal.
There you go.
Also.
So you got Aaron Cogan with his first goal of the year. Colby Swanson with his first goal of the year, and it's 7-2. Now here's a shot, save, Raphael, rebound. That one goes off the post. Another chance, Raphael with another save. My goodness sakes. You can almost lobby for him, Clayton. You don't say this much, a 7-2 deficit as a star, but boy, you could almost lobby for Raphael to get a star tonight.
Well, yeah.
We'd be home having a drink or two.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the way it was looking for sure. But, I don't have the stats here, but how many minutes of hockey have been played in Soo High zone, so far tonight?
Yeah.
And Raphael just, we got one goalie at one end, it's probably drenched in sweat, and the other goalie at the other end's probably looking for an electric blanket.
Exactly, yeah. It's like the time of possession stat in football. This is, the first 2 periods was like about a 15-play, 90-yard drive that took up about a quarter and a half.
Right.
A little different in this third period. Soo High still trails by 5. 7 minutes to play here in the third period. Now a shot, save, Raphael, rebound, another save. Puck goes back to the point. Burdock with it. Now he'll pass over to player over there. That's number 9, shot, save. And, that was Strelke with the shot and a save. And Raphael now with 33 saves as the shots on goal, 40-10 in favor of Grosse Pointe South. It's got this crowd into it here, Clayton.
I think they're excited. Well, especially people that know the players on the team.
Sure.
That you just had 2 Soo High players score their first goal of the year, and so that's pretty exciting.
And with the short bench, that gives players like Mr. Cogan and Mr. Swanson, a chance to step up, and you're going to get more playing time if you're showing the effort out there, no question.
I just think, they're going to get more ice time, so when it's your chance to step up, take advantage of it.
Soo High with the puck in their own zone, now broken up by Grosse Pointe. Across the blue line, Machuda, broken up there by Casey. Grosse Pointe still has the puck, though. Quick shot. That one blocked. Rebound. Puck cleared. So I almost had a breakaway. Tripping. Almost a tripping call. No call. Center ice. Mills. Cross to Machuda. Now Machuda tried to get it in front. Machuda, now he gets knocked down. That's going to be a penalty, and that's the last thing Sault High wants to do because this Grosse Pointe South team, Clayton, 3 for 3 on the power play tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. But we got a new Sault High team out there now, so let's see if we can kill this one off.
Sault High Blue Devil Hockey, brought to you by Sioux Motors. Built Ford tough. Ford, go further. And this power play brought to you by the LaPrade Agency of Mimic for all your insurance needs, giving you the power play advantage.
Both goal scorers were also freshmen, too.
Oh, and that one almost went in as Terrio's shot trickled in, but the Blue Devils clear it. Now here's Terrio on the slot. Open shot. Save Raphael. Rebound. Puck behind the net. Grosse Pointe South. It's kind of getting to be a shooting gallery again. Here's Spitz with it. Spitz centering chance. That one broken up. Number 47, Keegan Spitz. Over to Terrio. Now Terrio back to Valetel, that one shot and deflects out of play and we'll have a face-off in the Sault High zone.
That was a nice job by Robbie Landis to find that puck just laying loose in the crease and be able to clear it away. Saved a goal for sure.
5:32 to play in this third period. Minute 30 left on the Grosse Pointe South power play. This is some quick puck drops there by Miles Meehan tonight. My goodness.
Miles on a mission.
Apparently so. Now a shot, deflect, and a goal. Not sure if that was Terrio or Spitz, number 47, Keegan Spitz, but that's a goal for Grosse Pointe South, and it's 8-2.
I think it might have been Terrio, number 53.
Yeah, if that's Terrio, that's his second. If it's Keegan Spitz, that's his second. So Grosse Pointe South spreading the wealth, and it's 8-2. So 4 for 4 on the power play. Keys to the game, not so much for the Blue Devils tonight, Clayton.
No, keys to the game were totally wrong.
We're going to throw away those keys. So they do give it to Keegan Spitz. That's his second goal of the night. And give an assist to Dean Terrio, and it's 8-2. So it looks like we're going to play most of this third period. Grosse Pointe would need 2 goals to have the mercy. So I guess if you're Sault High, you want to win the period. You're winning the period 2-1 at this point, Clayton. So you want to keep that score where it is.
That's right. Yeah, you don't want to get mercied, and
no.
You want to play the game out.
Now puck at the point, taken by Grosse Pointe South. That shot goes wide. Machuda over in the near corner, behind the net to Benoit. On the near boards, Sioux Eagles winners tonight, Sioux Thunderbirds winners tonight, Lake Superior State University winners tonight. And the Red Wings aren't going to lose tonight. It's the All-Star break.
Oh, how's that going to happen?
That's right. Well, their game against Edmonton caused the Edmonton general manager's job.
Yeah,
boy, what's going on with that squad?
Oh, I don't know.
How do you have a player like that just totally just hit the tank?
But I read the article on that, and they did say that we expect to be a contender and be in the Stanley Cups. We're not a rebuild team.
No, now here's Spitz in the slot. Spitz in, shot, and a goal. Keegan Spitz, his third goal, so he has a hat trick, and so
He's got a hat trick, and that'll end the game.
I think that's 7, isn't it, Clayton?
9-2. It's 10-2. They didn't put the last, or did they?
No, I think it's 9-2. 2 goals here in this third period.
All right, you're right. It was 7-0 after 2.
Reading scoreboards is hard, as is math sometimes. In this case, we'll call it scoreboard, right?
Okay, I'll agree with you.
I had enough trouble with the 17-minute mark of the period and trying to figure out that math. So 9-2, unassisted goal by Keegan Spitz, his third of the night. So you're looking at a first star for Mr. Spitz more than likely. Now Spitz has it again. Centering chance. That one deflects wide. Over to Woolzen. Now behind the net. Chance in front. Puck shot, save, rebound. Goes to the Blue Devils. Shot 46-10 in favor of Grosse Pointe South. Dodlin on the near boards. 3:30 to play in this third period. 2-2 in this period. It was 7-0 in favor of Grosse Pointe South entering this period. And then Rick Mackey, head coach of the Sault High Blue Devils, shortened up the bench a bit. This group that's been playing out there this period has fought a lot harder than the collective group in the first 2. Now Spitz keeps it in at the point. Picked up there by Landis. He'll clear it to center. Now Woolsen over to Spitz. Spitz will backhand the puck in. 2 games tomorrow here at the Big Bear Arena. This Grosse Pointe South squad will take on Marquette. That should be an entertaining game, Clayton, as you mentioned, at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, from what I've seen between the two teams, it looks like they should be able to play with the Redmond.
I think so.
Grosse Pointe team here.
Yep. And then Sault High will take on Port Huron Northern at 3. They lost to Marquette 4-0 earlier today, or this evening, I should say. Tim and Mike Ellis will have the call of that one. That one shot to center. Picked up by the Blue Devils. Now Grosse Pointe South with it. Across the blue line. Now back to center. So Grosse Pointe South will improve to 5-11-1. Sault High's going to fall to 5-13-1. That'll be 8 straight losses. Now here's a chance to end it here. Violettel's shot and a goal, and that'll do it. Our final score: Grosse Pointe South 10, the Sault High Blue Devils 2. We'll be back with our Sioux E Free Church postgame show here on Eagle 95.1.
Now, back to the action of Blue Devil Hockey with Tim Ellis on Eagle 95.1.
Scott Nason, Clayton Ellis back at the Big Bear Arena here in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan for our post-game show. Post-game sponsored by the Sioux E Free Church, committed to impacting our local community. And Clayton, the Sault High Blue Devils lose to the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils by the score of 10-2. Tough night for Sault High. The positive is, well, they came out, rather easy for me to say, with a little stronger effort in that third period, but still a tough result either way.
No, it was a tough game to watch. Like you said, the first 2 periods were brutal. The team was just standing around, and nobody was chasing pucks. And then Coach Mackey shook some things up to start the third period. And I mean, at least it was something to watch. And the kids had a little more fight in them. And it's nice to see 2 freshmen and score their first goals as a Sault High Blue Devil.
Yeah, Aaron Cogan and
Colby
Swanson, the goal scorers for the Sault High Blue Devils, all in the third period. Keegan Spitz with a hat trick for Grosse Pointe South. You had 2 goals from Andrew Violettel, also goals from Dean Terrio, Garrett Benoit, Alexander Mills, and Brian McKenna. With the win, Grosse Pointe South improves to 5. What the heck are they doing out there? Geez, those things are loud. Can you get a quieter thing around the rink? My goodness sakes. But they're firing up a couple generators here.
It scrapes all the snow that gets stuck in down below the board.
Need one of those for my driveway. I don't know where else to put the snow. With the win, Grosse Pointe improves to 5-11-1. With the loss, Sault High falls to 5-13-1. Well, Clayton Ellis, it's time for our Sault High Player of the Game. The winner will receive 1 free pizza from north of Chicago, plus 1 lucky listener. So Clayton Ellis, who was our Sault High Player of the Game?
I think we'd have to go with Logan Raphael.
I agree.
Because he showed up, played 3 periods of hockey, and in Dominic Hasek type fashion, he made some pretty spectacular saves, even though the scoreboard showed he let in 10, but it probably could have been over with way before if he wasn't on his game tonight.
Absolutely. That is our Sault High Blue Devil star of the game. Don't forget, tomorrow we will have Sault High Blue Devil hockey with Tim and Mike Ellis, as the Blue Devils will look to break their losing streak as they will take on Port Huron Northern. Tim and Mike will have the call around 2:45, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The 1 o'clock game in the Cooper Dental Showcase will feature this Grosse Pointe South team against Marquette. And don't forget, tomorrow night, pub night at the CC Hall in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, as that will be from 5 to 8 p.m. tomorrow. You can get tickets at the door, $10. All proceeds go to Sault High Blue Devil Hockey. Well, Clayton, this might be our only chance to do this year, but I want to thank you, I should say, for joining me on the broadcast. Always a lot of fun. Hopefully the next time we do a game, it's a little more competitive and a better result for the Sault High Blue Devils.
Definitely thanks for having me along. And I don't think
I don't think we could get much worse if we do another Sioux High game.
I think so, and better days ahead, hopefully, for us and the Sioux High Blue Devils. Again, you can hear the podcast of this broadcast on thegamesportshow.com later on tonight or tomorrow morning. That's going to do it here at the Big Bear Arena. I want to thank our broadcast engineer, Dallas Miller, back in the Eagle 95.1 studios, doing a fantastic job, as always. You have been listening to Sioux High Blue Devil Hockey on Eagle 95.1.